If you're studying for MD-102 right now, there's a decent chance you're studying the wrong exam. Microsoft restructured it in 2026. 4 domains became 5, and there's an entire new section most study guides haven't caught up with yet. Meanwhile, people are still failing on topics that have been in there the whole time. So I went through the current outline against what candidates actually report getting hit with. Here's what's missing from your study plan.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to crack the code on a very specific and, let's be honest, notoriously tricky challenge, the Microsoft MD-102 Endpoint Administrator exam. Now, if you're gearing up for this certification, you probably already know it's not exactly a walk in the park. So we're going to expose the hidden traps, those easily skipped topics, and the exact reasons why highly capable, smart people are walking out of the testing center empty-handed. To give you a sense of what's happening out there, someone recently posted on Reddit, failed the MD 102 today for the second time. It focuses too much on minutia and gotcha type questions, in my opinion. And listen, they are definitely not alone. In that exact same thread, another admin, someone with over 5 years of hands-on Intune and config MG experience, admitted they probably wouldn't pass without studying specifically for the exam's unique format. It is incredibly frustrating, to have all those years of real world expertise only to fail with a score of 661 when you desperately need that 700 to pass. Okay, let's dive into this. Why exactly are experienced admins failing the MD 102? Well, it essentially boils down to a massive mismatch between everyday administrative habits and the very specific scenario based gotchas that Microsoft throws at you. The exam doesn't just want to know if you can get the job done, it wants to know if you can do it exactly the way Microsoft prescribes, and critically, it tests you across platforms you might not even touch at your current day job. To start hacking this exam, we really have to look at the battlefield. What's super interesting here is the sheer weight of just two specific domains. Manage and maintain devices makes up roughly 35% of your score, and prepare infrastructure is about 30%. Think about that. That means a massive 65%, well over half of your entire score, lives right there in those two areas. If you are going to focus your energy anywhere, this is where you have to build your foundation. Seriously, do not spread yourself too thin by overstudying the smaller domains if your core device management knowledge is even a little shaky. All right, move into section 1, the hidden 2026 updates. While official study guides and those giant heavy textbooks are fantastic resources, relying solely on prep materials published before late July 2026 is a massive, massive risk right now. Tech just moves so fast that printed materials can actually mask critical, newly integrated topics you're absolutely going to be tested on. Because if you rely on that older material, you're going to walk right into this trap, revising the old 4 domain outline. A lot of the free MD 102 study guides currently ranking on Google are describing an exam with only 4 domains. But Microsoft updated this, and candidates are completely missing a crucial 5th domain that is definitely on the current test. And this brilliantly illustrates where you can pick up some of the easiest marks relative to your effort. That new 5th domain, it's all about automation and monitoring. We're talking automating Intune tasks with PowerShell, utilizing the Microsoft Graph API, and this is a big one. It heavily features Security Copilot agents. You really need to know how to use Security Copilot to investigate threats and analyze device performance. Basically, if your study guide doesn't mention Copilot or proactive remediations, toss it. It is outdated. Section 2, topics you probably skipped. Here is a totally classic confession from a recent exam taker. I completely glossed over Mac and Android items because we just don't use those in our environment. Guys, this is a fatal error. Do not, I repeat, do not treat the MD 102 as a Windows only exam. Mac OS, iOS, iPad OS, and Android appear throughout the entire outline. Ignoring these non Windows platforms will just bleed your score across multiple domains. You've got to know your Apple and Google management concepts just as deeply as your Windows ones. Now, Let's clear up some terminology that consistently causes confusion. You absolutely must know the exact difference between a wipe and a retire. A wipe is a full scorched earth factory reset of the device. Everything goes. Retire, on the other hand, just removes the corporate data and the Intune management, leaving the user's personal pictures and apps perfectly intact. The exam's going to give you a scenario and ask you to choose the correct action. Pick the wrong one and you lose the points. It's that simple. So the crucial point is understanding the precise scope of your management. Here's another major one you'll see: MAM versus MDM. MAM, mobile application management, is app only protection. You are just protecting the corporate data inside the app itself without ever enrolling or controlling the user's personal device. MDM, mobile device management, means full device enrollment and total control. Microsoft loves to test your ability to separate these two, especially when they throw bring your own device scenarios at you. And one more comparison you've absolutely got to master for Windows Update for Business: update rings versus expedite policies. Update rings are just your routine scheduled rollouts of feature and quality updates. Expedite policies, they are exactly what they sound like. It's hitting the big red button for emergency security patches, completely bypassing your normal deferral periods. Expect exam scenarios that test your ability to choose exactly which of these two tools to use based purely on the urgency of the prompt. All right, section 3, the hands-on requirement. The MD-102 is basically a lab test in disguise. As one candidate who actually passed put it, I stopped reading 500-page manuals and started breaking things in a free trial tenant. The exam will explicitly ask you where specific settings live and which exact blade in the portal performs a given action. Passive reading just cannot substitute for actively clicking through the actual interface. You literally need to build the muscle memory, and getting that hands on experience is completely free. Step 1, stop the passive reading. Step 2, go sign up for the Microsoft 365 Developer Program. It's an incredible resource that gives you a free renewable Microsoft 365 E5 developer tenant. Then step 3, log in and start breaking and fixing things. It includes Intune, Entra, IDP2, and literally everything you need to simulate deploying Windows Autopilot, configuring compliance policies, and pushing out apps. Section 4, the Exam Day Survival Guide. Let's go through some rapid-fire do's and don'ts for the exam room. First, a technical quirk that definitely shows up: do not deploy Win32 in line of business, or LOB, apps together in Autopilot. It will severely bug out the deployment. Second, regarding the test structure itself, the case studies carry disproportionate weight. Always read the requirement section before you read those massive exhibits so you actually know what you're hunting for. Finally, yes, you have access to Microsoft Learn during the exam, but use it only for checking syntax, like confirming a specific PowerShell command. If you are trying to learn core concepts on the fly using MS Learn, you will run out of time and you will fail. When you feel that exam fatigue setting in during your final week of prep, switch up your strategy to a why-focused review. Instead of just memorizing what a feature is, ask yourself, why would Microsoft want me to use this specific feature instead of another one? What actually breaks if I misconfigure this? Thinking like an architect prevents you from falling for those sneaky lookalike answers Microsoft uses to trick you, which leaves us with one final question for you. Are you ready to close this explainer and go break something in your dev tenant? You've got the blueprint, you know where the traps are hidden, and you know exactly where to focus your energy. Stop just reading about endpoint administration and go actually do it. Good luck on your MD-102 journey. You've got this.